Have you ever paused and truly asked yourself, why does life keep sending me the same kind of people? Different names, different faces, different settings, and yet, the feeling, the pattern, the challenge, they all feel so familiar. Perhaps it is a friend who always takes more than they give, a partner who mirrors the same insecurities, or a colleague who repeats an old conflict. My dear one, these are not coincidences. This is not life being cruel, nor is it a matter of random chance. This is your soul's great classroom, and every person you meet is playing a role in your karmic play. Think of life as a vast stage, where the divine is the director, your soul is the student, and every character who enters is a teacher, some gentle, some fierce, but all necessary. They are here to reflect back to you the energies you still carry, the lessons you have yet to master. You may not recognize them at first, because their faces change. But the energy, the essence, remains the same until you have truly learned what it has come to teach. Sometimes, we repeat these encounters because we have responded the same way each time, through anger, avoidance, or fear. The karmic script will not change until you, the actor, choose a new line, a higher response. And when you do, the scene will transform. The teacher will exit, and a new chapter will begin. So as we begin this journey together, remember, every repeated meeting, every familiar pattern, is life whispering, look deeper, the lesson is still here. Today, let us open our eyes, our minds, and our hearts to see the true reason behind these encounters, and discover how to end the cycle once and for all. My dear one, imagine for a moment that life is not just a collection of random events, but a perfectly scripted drama designed for the growth of your soul. You are not here merely to survive or pass the time, you are here to awaken, to remember who you truly are. And just as in a great play, every scene is written with care, every character chosen with precision. The people in your life are not accidental arrivals, they are roles assigned in the grand production of your karmic journey. Think of yourself as an actor who has been given a part to play. The setting may change. One lifetime you may be born in one country, in another lifetime somewhere entirely different, but the inner lesson remains the same until it is fully learned. The souls you meet may come as family, friends, strangers, or even as those who test your patience and love. Yet beneath the surface, they are all helping you complete a chapter in your soul's education. Why do they appear in different forms? Because the soul learns through variety. If the same person came back to you each time, the lesson might become obvious too quickly. But when it comes through different faces and voices, the heart is challenged to recognize the pattern without prejudice. The karmic stage is vast, and the divine director places each actor perfectly, sometimes to lift you, sometimes to challenge you, always to help you rise higher. When you begin to see life in this way, resentment fades, and curiosity grows. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And begin asking, what am I being shown through this person? This shift in perspective is the first step toward mastering your role and graduating to the next scene in your soul's play. My dear one, every person you meet is a mirror, sometimes clear, sometimes fogged, but always reflecting something of your own inner state. This is one of the most profound truths on the spiritual path. The world outside is shaped by the world inside. When you meet kindness, it is because the seeds of kindness have been sown in your own heart. When you meet criticism or deceit, it is often life showing you a place within that still needs healing, strength, or clarity. These mirrors are not here to flatter or condemn you, they are here to make you aware. Sometimes they reveal your light, the compassion, patience, and generosity you have cultivated over lifetimes. At other times, they reveal your shadows, hidden fears, pride, or attachments that you may not wish to see. But both are gifts. Without a mirror, how would you know what is upon your face? Without people, how would you know what is in your soul? This is why certain personalities seem to find you again and again. They are drawn, not by chance, but by the law of vibration. Like frequencies attract like frequencies. If you carry a wound, you will attract those who press upon it, not to harm you, but to show you where it exists so you may finally heal. It is easy to resist these reflections, to say, they are the problem. But when you embrace the mirror as a teacher, you take back your power. You no longer wait for others to change, you change the vibration within yourself. And when that inner change happens, the reflection outside must also transform. This is the beauty of spiritual growth. You polish your own mirror, and the world shines back at you with a new and brighter light. My dear one, a karmic loop is like a circle you keep walking without realizing you have already been here before. It is the repetition of a pattern, meeting the same type of person, facing the same type of challenge, feeling the same emotions over and over. This happens because something within you remains unfinished, unresolved. A thought, an action, a choice, perhaps from this very life, perhaps from many lives ago, still echoes in your soul, seeking balance. Karma is not a punishment, it is the law of harmony. Every action, every intention, every vibration you send into the universe must eventually return to you, not to hurt you, but to complete the cycle. If you once caused pain, that pain returns, not as revenge, but as an invitation to understand, to empathize, and to act with greater love. If you once closed your heart in fear, life will bring you situations that ask you to open it again. The loop continues because the lesson has not yet been learned. Often, we respond in the same old way, anger for anger, withdrawal for hurt, pride for insult. Each time we react without awareness, we reinforce the circle, making the loop stronger. But here is the great truth: the moment you recognize the pattern and respond differently, with compassion instead of resentment, with patience instead of frustration, you break the circle. The energy shifts. The karmic knot begins to loosen. Until then, life will send you the same essence in different forms, different people, places, and circumstances, all carrying the same vibration, whispering, "Will you choose a higher way this time?" When you finally say yes with your actions, not just your words, the loop dissolves, and your soul is free to walk a new and higher path. My dear one, the moment you recognize that you are inside a karmic loop, you hold the key to freedom. Awareness is the first step, but conscious action is what truly unlocks the door. To break a pattern, you must stop walking in the circle and choose a new direction, one that is guided by wisdom, not habit. Begin by observing without judgment. When you notice a familiar kind of person or situation appearing again, do not rush into the old reaction. Instead, pause and ask yourself, what am I meant to learn here? This single question can shift your energy from being a victim of circumstances to being a student of life. The pattern will only dissolve when your response changes. If your habit has been anger, try calmness. If it has been withdrawal, try honest and gentle communication. If it has been resentment, choose forgiveness, not because the other person deserves it, but because your soul deserves peace. Even a small act of higher response can weaken the karmic thread that binds you. Remember, breaking the pattern does not mean avoiding people or shutting your heart. It means facing the lesson with a new vibration. Life will often test you again to see if the change is real. When the same energy arrives and you respond with love, clarity, or detachment instead of the old reaction, the universe takes note, the lesson is learned. Sometimes, the shift is instant, and the person leaves your life naturally. Other times, the situation transforms before your eyes because your inner energy has changed. This is the beauty of spiritual growth. You need not wait for others to act differently, your own transformation reshapes the entire scene. In this way, you step out of the loop and into the light of a higher destiny. My dear one, when you begin to see people not as obstacles but as companions on your soul's journey, everything changes. Even those who cause you pain, even those who challenge you, are not your enemies, they are teachers wearing the disguise of difficulty. They have agreed, on a soul level, to play a role that will help you grow in strength, wisdom, and love. Before we take birth, the soul often makes agreements. Some souls agree to support us, bringing joy, comfort, and encouragement. Others agree to challenge us, triggering wounds or fears we have carried for lifetimes, so that we may finally heal them. From the outside, this may look like betrayal, conflict, or rejection. But from the soul's view, it is a sacred gift, an opportunity to rise above our lower nature and awaken our higher self. When we label someone as toxic or bad, we shut the door to the lesson they carry. But when we look at them and silently say, "You are my teacher in this moment," our heart softens. We stop taking their actions personally and start asking, "What am I meant to learn from this interaction?" This shift transforms resentment into gratitude. Some teachers will stay for years, others will appear only for a moment, delivering their lesson before moving on. Either way, they are part of the divine choreography of your life. When you can bless even those who hurt you, without needing to keep them close, you free yourself from the chains of bitterness. Seeing people as soul companions is not weakness, it is the highest strength. It means you understand that every encounter, pleasant or painful, is here for your upliftment. And when you live from this awareness, the world becomes not a battlefield, but a sacred classroom of the heart. My dear one, every karmic encounter you face can either keep you bound or set you free. It all depends on how you choose to respond. The moment you begin to see each meeting as an opportunity for inner growth, the very energy of your life changes. Even the most challenging relationships become stepping stones on the path to your highest self. When you meet someone whose presence feels strangely familiar, pause before reacting. Inwardly say, "Beloved Divine, thank you for showing me myself through this soul. Help me respond with love, wisdom, and clarity." This simple prayer turns the situation from a repetition of the past into a moment of transformation. Instead of being pulled into the same emotional storms, you begin to rise above them, like a bird soaring above clouds. Transformation happens when you consciously choose the higher road, not out of fear or pride, but out of a genuine desire to grow. You might forgive where you once held grudges, speak truth where you once stayed silent, or step back in peace instead of engaging in conflict. Each of these choices sends a powerful message to the universe: I have learned the lesson. Over time, you will notice that the same type of person no longer appears, or if they do, their presence no longer disturbs your peace. This is because you have shifted the vibration within yourself. The outer world must reflect that inner change. It is a divine law. By turning karmic encounters into moments of spiritual practice, you move from being a passive actor in life's play to being a conscious co-creator with the divine. And when you live in this way, every meeting becomes a blessing, every soul a messenger, and every step a move toward your liberation. My dear one, as we come to the close of this journey together, remember this truth: life is not against you, and the people who walk into your story are not accidents. They are each carrying a message, a reflection, a lesson meant for your soul's highest growth. Some will bring you joy, others will test your patience, and a few may awaken deep emotions you thought you had buried. But all of them are instruments in the divine's great orchestra, playing the notes that will help you remember your true self. When you start seeing life this way, the heart shifts from asking, "Why me?" to "What is life teaching me?" And in that shift, you reclaim your power. No longer a victim of repeating patterns, you become the conscious director of your own destiny. Each higher choice you make, each moment you choose love over resentment, wisdom over reaction, dissolves the old karmic threads and opens the way for new and uplifting connections to enter your life. Now, I invite you to take this message deeper. In the comments, share with me, what kind of people keep appearing in your life, and what lesson do you think they carry for you? Your story may be the very insight someone else needs today. And tell me also, what topic should we explore together in our next video? Your heart's question could be the seed for our next journey of wisdom. If this message has touched you, I encourage you to like this video, share it with someone who may need this reminder, and subscribe so that we may continue walking this path together. Until we meet again, keep your heart open, your mind clear, and your soul uplifted. Jai Gurudev.